plate, Michelle Lisbeth.
Up next for Spokane, number 4, Tabitha Bartolome.
And due to some technical issues, we picked this game up already in progress, 1-0 in favor of the Olympic College Raiders, and it's going to be a game against Olympic for Big Bend Community College. And the one run so far provided by the solo home run to left center field by Polino. And now Nesbitt, the hitter, has a 1-2 count facing Christensen for the Vikings. The pitch will miss outside, and the count knots itself up 2-2. It was a wall-scraping home run for Polino right into that left center field gap to put Olympic on top 1-0. And the 2-2, swinging a foul tip back into the glove for strike 3. And that is out number 2. Again, the first out, a pop-up of Tasaki for those who are joining us. And let's take a look how defensively the Vikings line up in the outfield. It's going to be Egbert in left, Sanishi in center, Matthews in right. And on the infield from third to first is Williams, Valverde, Newbold, and Reed. The first offering to Vincent will hit the outside corner. No balls and 1 strike to count. Doing the catching is going to be Aubrey Barney for Big Bend. And the 0-1 pitch misses downstairs, 9 to count up at 1-1. Vincent on the year hit .307, 6 home runs and 31 RBIs to complement those long balls. Swing and a foul back into the screen. Count goes to 1-2. And that home run that Polino hit in the first inning was on a payoff pitch as well. A 3-2 fastball right down the heart of the plate. And now Christensen, 1-2 the count. Indoor motion, pitch on the way. Here's a swing and a miss and an off-speed pitch. And down goes Vincent for the third out. So 1 run comes in on 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on base for Olympic. We go to the home first, 1-0 in favor of Olympic College.
We see you. Be your creative self at Clark College. We see you. Be your curious self at Clark College.
Not bad, Trent.
Valverde, Hannah Reed, Maya Sanishi, Aubrey Barney, Riley Newbold, Tara Matthews, Courtney Williams, Chance Barg, and Dakota Egbert. As the first offering to Valverde is a good fastball that catches the outside corner, 0-1. Going to be facing the right-handed arm of Kyler Sukata. ERA of 7.94, has struck out 53 on the year and misses outside following the first pitch strike. And the home run in the first inning proving to be the they get the run across against Bailey Christensen of the Big Bend Vikings. And the 1-1 pitch is an off-speed pitch that misses upstairs. 2 balls and 1 strike to count. In Valverde, very dangerous hitter, 460 batting average, 17 home runs on the season. And her 2-1 offering is a fastball that misses up 3-1. So a big, dangerous count to a dangerous hitter. And 17 home runs, and to complement that, 71 RBI on the year. The 3-1 is a fastball catching the outside corner, and the count runs full. Well, a quality 2-strike pitch there from Sukada. And now a payoff pitch due to Lindsay Valverde. Pitch on the way. Here's a swing and a line drive foul down the first baseline. And the count will remain full. Again, a very powerful hitting team this year was Big Ben. Player on deck. Well, Valverde on May 15th named Player of the Week in the latter part of the season. And her payoff pitch, swing, and there's a high fly ball to shallow left. Calling for it, the left fielder, Angelo Kukas, and that is how the first out will be recorded here. Good old-fashioned fly out to left. And let's take a look at how defensively Olympic College lines up in the outfield. From left to right is Angelo Kukas, Givens in center, and Nisbet in right. Clark at third, Vincent at shortstop, Tasaki at second, Utt at first base, and Nisbet behind the dish. First pitch to Reed. Good fastball catching the inside corner, and the count 0-1. So both hitters so far that have faced Sukada have gotten the first pitch strike. Valverde able to work a full count. And the 0-1. Good sinking pitch there on the outside corner. 0-2. With so many options now for any pitcher, really, when you've got the hitter 0-2. You have the opportunity to try to nibble on the corner again. You can absolutely waste a pitch as well. And she'll elect to waste one as the 0-2 fastball misses well into the other batter's box. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Waiting on deck is Maya Sinishi. And the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and down goes Reed for out number 2. So bring up Maya Sinishi. And Sinishi, the center fielder today for the Big Bend Vikings. Hasn't put a ball over the fence this year. Has, however, stolen 19 bases in 19 attempts. A very quick runner. And first pitch is a fastball that misses outside. Third baseman for Olympic, that's Clark, playing well in, anticipating either a little slap hit or perhaps a bunt. And the 1-0 offering from Sukada misses upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. Waiting on deck, the ever-dangerous Aubrey Barney, who had 14 home runs this year. Sukada into her motion, pitch on the way, and there's a called strike right down the heart of the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike the count. And a couple other games going on. Mount Hood taking on Spokane, as well as Douglas taking on Wenatchee Valley, and Edmonds doing battle with Columbia Basin. The 2-1 pitch skips in the dirt. 3 balls and 1 strike the count. Columbia Basin leads Edmonds 2-0 right now. All other games besides this one are scoreless. And the 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss on the running attempt by Sinishi. So the second full count that Sukada's found herself in here in the home first. Olympic, in their half of the seconds, will have their 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up. And now the payoff pitch to Sinishi. Swing, and there's a ground ball up the middle, off second base. That's going to be an easy base hit for Sinishi. And that's going to give Aubrey Barney the opportunity to hit with a runner on base. And Barney, again, another one of those double-digit home run hitters for the Big Bend Vikings this season. She had 14 home runs, as a matter of fact. Drove in 56 runs. Also stole 16 bases in 16 attempts, so a true multi-tool player for Big Bend this season. Pitch is on the way from Sukata, missing outside. 1 ball and no strikes is the count. Again, we look back at Sanishi still in base numbers, 19 for 19, quality speed. And the 1-0 pitch on the way, missing outside, 2-0. Well, you got to question if they put the runner in motion here with 2 outs. You got one of your better hitters at the plate when it comes to run production. You think you just put her on base and let your big hitters do what the big hitters do. And now the ball misses downstairs, 3-0 the count. Should Barney draw this walk, Riley Newbold waits on deck. And the 3-0 offering on the way. Here's a fastball outside, ball 4. So 2 runners on base now after the 2-out walk. And that's going to bring up Riley Newbold. Again, not much relief in sight when it comes to these Big Bend hitters. Newbold with 8 home runs as well, 37 RBI. And the pitch on the way, swing, there's a line drive. That is just foul down the left field line, and that had 2 RBI written all over it. Instead, it goes down as a scary strike 1. Again, game 1 of the NWAC Championship Tournament here in beautiful Spokane, Washington. And now there's actually going to be a visit to the mound. Again, it's early in the contest, but it's never too early to make sure everything is dialed in. Okay, when you look at the ERA of Sukata, she had an ERA of 7.94, and she actually walked more hitters than she struck out this season. 65 walks to 53 strikeouts. And Darnier gave up a couple of runs on a piped fastball on the first pitch of the at-bat to Riley Newbold. So everything dying down now. And Taryn Matthews waits on deck for Big Bend. The 0-1 pitch, here is a fastball that misses up and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 runners on, 1 in scoring position. Olympic clinging to a 1-run lead after the home run. In the top of the first, the 1-1 pitch. Here's a good fastball on the outside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1 pitch away is Sukata from getting out of this 2-out jam. And got the first hitter of the inning to fly out, then struck out Reed for the second. And the 1-2 pitch. Here's a fastball way up and outside. So deuces are wild here in the home half of the first inning. 2-2 with 2 away. And game 2 that will be broadcast here on Field 1 will be Walla Walla and Lower Columbia, as the 2-2 offering is going to be tap foul behind home plate. And 2-2, the count will remain. Again, good speed on the base paths for the Vikings. A hit into the gap could be devastating for Olympic, as the next 2-2 offering is on the way. Here's a fastball outside, and the count runs full. So runners know that regardless of what happens, they can get a head start on this pitch. And unlike baseball, you got to wait for the ball to cross the plate to take off. And the payoff pitch on the way. Here's a swing and a tapper up the first baseline, and it's going to go foul. So 3-2, the count remains. So the first 2 outs came easy, and the third one is elusive. Next payoff pitch on the way from Sukata. Downstairs, ball 4, she walked her. So that will load the bases up for Taryn Matthews. Boy, from 2 away with no one on base to 2 away and the bases loaded for Matthews. 52 RBI on the year for Taryn. And now Sukata's offering on the way. Here's a swing and a foul tip back into the glove of Nisbet. And the count goes 0-1. And back-to-back walks issued to Barney and Newbold, and the 0-1 missing upstairs to knot the count up at 1-1. And coming into this game, Olympic is the 11 seed, whereas Big Bend comes in as the 6th seed. And the 1-1 pitch swung on and fouled away to the left side. So some light at the end of the tunnel now for Sukata and Olympic. Sukata settling back into the circle, and the 1-2 offering on the way. Fastball that misses. So deuces are wild yet again here in the home first. 2-2, 2 away, and 3 runners on base for the Vikings. An opportunity to retaliate after going down 1-0 in the first. Here's swing and a drive to left field, chasing it back, and making the catch a few feet in front of the fence is Angelo Kukas. So a very scary third out, but a third out nonetheless. 3 runners will be left on base, no runs on 1 hit, and no Olympic errors. We have played 1 complete, and the Rangers have a 1-0 advantage. Back after this.
I chose Centralia College for a couple reasons. Financially, it was just the best option for me. Some colleges that will have people redshirting as a freshman, but you don't get to do that here. You go right into playing, developing your skills and your talents. You're gonna have fun and you're gonna learn a lot. My name is Britzy Hockett. I play softball at Centralia College, and I go boldly.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
My name is Felix Bunton, and I am a CT technologist, and I work at Inland Imaging. I worked 3 jobs during the program, and I had a baby going in, and then I had another baby while in the program. Not recommended. Finished, like I said, in June of '09. I had a job right out the gate. SEC, it's great. The program stemmed from something that was already in the community. Coming from the military, I've always been kind of a service-oriented person, always wanted, to help. I'm Felix Bunton, and this is my college, my community.
And a big welcome back to the Dwight Merkle Sports Complex. 1 inning in the books, a 1-0 lead for Olympic. And Wes Tucker here keeping you company through game 1. Game 2 slated to go a little later today, round 3, as the first pitch will miss outside. It's going to be Taylor Clark, the third baseman for Olympic. 284 batting average, had 2 home runs on the year. And her 1-0 offering from Christensen, a good pitch right down the middle, 1-1. And 2 hits between the 2 teams in the ballgame. One of them was the solo home run by Alexandra Polino. And the first and the 1-1 pitch, a good fastball on the outside corner, 1-2. And Christensen, very solid pitcher. ERA was at 4.87 at the conclusion of the regular season. And swing and a miss, strike 3. Down goes Clark for out number 1. Third strikeout of the afternoon for Christensen. And it's going to bring up Shania Nesbitt, 402 hitter with 4 home runs. And the tournament was slated to start yesterday, but due to some inclement weather, we had to delay the playing of the first round until today. But it's good to see that the weather's cleared up for the most part. Still some overcast clouds. It's a little breezy as the count gets knotted up, 1-1. There was some rain a little earlier, has, however, passed, and there is some sun peeking through the clouds as the 1-1 pitch is swung on and driven to deep left center field. Sinishi at the wall will make the grab, and there's 2 away. So 2 quick outs here in the top of the second inning. And Olympic here in the first round of the tournament. Their last NWAC championship title was in 1981, back when Tony Tumble was the coach, the spearhead of that squad. First pitch missing outside to Kyler Sukata, the pitcher for Olympic. Quality hitter as well, batting .396 on the year. And the 1-0 pitch swung on and grounded. That's foul down the third baseline, just out the path of third base umpire Jim Anderson. So take a look at our officiating crew today here. It's going to be Kelsey Lawrence calling the balls and strikes. Susan Stafford over at first base, and Jim Anderson over at third. So we got ourselves a 1-1 count. 2 away here in the top of the second. Sukata, the hitter, waiting on deck. And the 1-1 pitch, good. Fastball on the outside corner, 1-2. And busy time for the Northwestern Athletic Conference as baseball will start up next weekend. And now a quick stall of play as Tracy Swisher has made his way onto the warning track of the slow pitch field. He retrieves something and now saunters his way back toward the third base dugout. Jim Anderson wondering what is going on, and Swisher's going to toss back in a softball. So anything can delay games. We had a rain delay beginning yesterday, and now we've got Tracy Watch 2019 over there as he approaches the third base dugout. Got a little hustle going now, and we're good to go. 1 ball and 2 strikes is the count. And Sukata, the pitcher for Olympic, finds herself in the hole 1-2 with 2 away here in the top second. And hang the K backwards. Strike 3 call, got her looking. And that is how the top of inning number 2 will come to an end. 3 up, 3 down. Be right back. 1-0 Olympic.
I am strong. I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination. Confidence.
I trust my gut.
No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
And be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
We see you. Be your resourceful self at Clark College. We see you. Be your creative self at Clark College.
Be sure to follow the NWAC on Twitter and Facebook at NWAC Sports. and on Instagram at NWAC Sports 1 for all the latest NWAC news. Also visit nwacsports.org for the most recent information on schedules, scores, stats, and more. Fans, don't forget to check out the official tournament merchandise for t-shirts, sweatshirts, Under Armour gear, and more. Everything is fully customizable. Get your tournament gear today. Supplies are limited. Visit them online at nwacstore.com/NWAC.
And a big welcome back to the Dwight Merkle Sports Complex. A 1-0 game after an inning and a half played here on Field 1, Olympic College in Big Bend. Big Bend with their 7, 8, and 9 hitters due up. It's the first offering from Sukata on the way. It's going to be a called strike to Courtney Williams, the third baseman today for the Vikings. And Sukata got into some trouble with 2 outs in the home half of the first inning. After getting the first 2 easy outs, proceeded to walk a couple after giving up a base hit. She was, however, able to escape with that 1-run lead intact. The Rangers then went down 1-2-3. Barg batting 171 on the year. She has 4 RBI. Possible sacrifice situation here. We'll see how they elect to play it. And runner on first base, Williams, does have 1 swipe on the year, and it's a bunt that will go foul behind home plate. So the count 0-1. And these teams met twice during the course of the regular season. Big Bend winning both of those matchups. The first game was won by a score of 6-3, and the second score 8-1. The 0-1 pitch will miss outside. The count knots up at 1 apiece. When playing at a neutral location, no such thing as home field advantage. Big Bend in neutral locations are 4-2 on the year, and Olympic and missing low and inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Barg. Dakota Egbert weighing on deck. She'll be followed by the top of the order in Valverde. The 1-2 offering missing, and the count knots up 2-2. Again, we'll have a couple more broadcasted games for you today here on Field 1. Walla Walla and Lower Columbia College slated to start at 3:30 today. It's the 2-2 pitch. Swing, ground ball toward third. Played on a hop. The throw to second is in time for 1, and that's all they're going to get. So reaching base on the fielder's choice is Barg, being put out at second. 5-4 style is Williams. So same situation, and now Dakota Egbert will bat. She's a .284 hitter. And arguably the most dangerous hitter in the East region this year on deck. That's Valverde. So the first pitch missed upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. And Big Bend trailing 1-0. And the 1-0 pitch on the way. Here's a swing and a tapper foul to the third baseline. It's actually going to wind up in the third base dugout. And the count knots up at 1 apiece. And Big Bend over their course of action in the Northwestern Athletic Conference has not even made an appearance in the championship game. They come into the tournament this year ranked number 6. And there's a missed bunt and no opportunity to get the runner on the secondary. And a big aggressive secondary being taken by Barg. over at first base, and now a 1-2 pitch is due to Egbert. In top of the order on deck in Valverde, followed by Reed, should we get that far. And Egbert, no slouch of the plate either. From the 9-hole this year, she has 13 RBI and 2 home runs. 1-2 pitch, swung on. There's a high fly ball to straightaway right field. Calling for it and making the easy grab is Nesbitt, and there are 2 down. So with 2 outs, we go back to the top of the lineup. And it's going to be Lindsay Valverde, and now looks like a conversation between Coach Buss and the home plate umpire, Kelsey Lawrence. Use this time to remind you guys that NWAC baseball starts up next weekend at beautiful Story Field in Longview. And now the conversation is going to be with Susan Stafford over at first base. And you got to fight for every out you can. This is a double elimination bracket, by the way. We'll have some B bracket games for you. They'll be broadcast, however, no play-by-play will be provided today for said games. Tomorrow, however, beginning at 10 a.m., we'll have a B bracket matchup here on Field 1. And it looks like the conversation isn't going to change past events here as everybody heads back to their respective corners. 2 away. And a runner on first for Valverde. You can understand why they would want to talk things over. One of the best hitters on this lineup for the Vikings up. Runner on base. And Sukata has struggled with 2 outs today. Did so in the first inning, walking a couple after giving up a base hit. And the pitch on the way. Here's a good pitch. That's a called strike, 0-1. And no score updates. Actually, Edmonds closes the gap a little bit. Now trail 2-1 to Columbia Basin. So the pitch misses outside. Snap throw to first is nowhere close. Back easily is Barg. And Chance Barg with 1 stolen base in 1 attempt on the 2019 season. And a 1-1 count now to Valverde. Pitch from Sakata. It's going to be taken on the outside corner, 1-2. Outfield is going to shift to the right here. Again, Valverde, a very good 2-strike hitter. We'll try to shorten up and flare something in the right field. If she can't clobber something, the pitch will miss outside, and the count knots up 2-2. Deuces are wild here in the home half of inning number 2. 2-2, 2 away, a runner on first base. On deck is Hannah Reed. And the 2-2 offering swung on. That ball is flared into shallow right center, and running it down is going to be Nisbet. And another crisis averted here as Big Bend is going to strand a runner on base. No hits in the inning, no errors, and no runs. We play 2 complete, and Olympic leads 1-0. Back in Spokane after this. Top of the third inning we go. Olympic still clinging to a 1-0 lead. We're able to get to Christensen in the first inning due to that home run by Polino. And now it's going to be 8-9-1. Jamie Utz, the hitter. First pitch misses badly outside, and the count 1 ball and no strikes. It's going to be Utz, Angelo Kukas, and Tasaki here in the top of the third inning. And the 1-0 pitch, a skipper in there. The count 2 balls and no strikes. Utz on the year hit .302. She had 4 home runs, 14 RBI. Opportunity to look for something to destroy here. Here's a ground ball toward the middle. It's going to be fielded cleanly by Valverde. Throw across to Reed at first is in time, and there's 1 away here in the top of the third. 6-3 on the putout. And here comes Tommy Angelo Kukas. Top of the order looms on deck in Tasaki. 3:45 for Angelo Kukas today, coming into this game. And takes ball 1 downstairs. An update from another field as the Spokane Sasquatch now lead the Mount Hood Saints by a score of 2-0. So the 1-0 pitch is going to skip in the dirt as well. The count 2-0. And on a 2-0 pitch, Christensen got Ut to ground out to shortstop. See if she can keep that same luck here. Put down the Rangers 1-2-3 back in the second. And the 2-0 offering is going to be taken right down Broadway, a called strike. In our second go back in the first inning to Paulino. Christensen been very good at painting the corners. And the payoff pitch swung on, and that is shot foul to the right side and out of play. The count remains full 3-2. And it was on a payoff pitch to Paulino that she was able to rip it into the left center field gap and just barely clear the fence. And now a second payoff pitch is going to be due to Angelo Kukas. 3-2. Downstairs, ball 4. So runner on base for the top of the Ranger order. And Tasaki will come to the plate. She is 0 for 1 today. Popped out to the shortstop to kick off the game. And a .406 hitter, a quality leadoff hitter. She's also stolen 30 bases this season for Olympic. Now awaiting the first offering from Christensen. Good pitch, called strike. Angelo Kukas, no slouch on the base path either, as she has stolen 4 bases this year. And the 0-1 pitch skipping in there for ball 1. Got a good breeze blowing through the Dwight Merkel Sports Complex right now, favoring the left-handed hitters and the moving pitches of right-handers. The 1-1 off the way. Puts down a bunt, perfectly placed. The throw to first is going to be a little wide to the right. It's actually going to hit Tasaki, and that's going to allow Angelo Kukas to go to third. So wait, see how they score that. It's going to be a base hit, I assume. And it looks like they will stick with the base hit ruling. So runners at the corners with 1 away. Double play still a possibility. Now, Alexandra Polino will come to the dish. 1 for 1 with the home run back in inning number 1. An opportunity here for the Rangers to widen their lead a little bit. Pitch on the way. Missing low, throw it on to second to get the stealing runner is in time, and they got her. So Tasaki thrown out on a ball that had to be dug out of the dirt. Quality throw by Aubrey Barney, and there's 2 gone. Well, on a play like that, you might expect the runner at third to be breaking upon the throw, but instead she stayed put at third. Now there's 2 gone. And the pitch on the way, it's like an off-speed pitch that missed down low. So the count 2 balls and no strikes to Polino. And the 2-0 pitch. Off speed, missing outside, 3-0. As for Tasaki, that was just the 5th time this season she was caught stealing. And the 3-0 pitch right down Broadway, called strike. So a much needed run at third base for Olympic. And the 3-1 pitch, Polino takes strike 2 on the outside corner. So Christensen an opportunity to evade trouble entirely here. The payoff pitch, outside, ball 4, she walked her. Second walk issued by Christensen in this half inning. For Christensen on the year, she only walked 44 hitters. Now her total goes up to 46. She struck
on third base, number 21, Whitney Enriquez. At first base, number 4, Tommy McDonald. In center field, number 6, Ryan Oates. And pitching, number 7, Abby Giles. Warriors are led by head coach Logan Parker and assisted by Alexa Lindgren. Now for the home team with an overall record of 28-11, the Lower Columbia Red Devils. First for the non-starters, number 3, Caitlin Grogan. Number 6, Ellie Conley. Number 7, Sarah Russell. Number 10, Tara Geimer. Number 13, Aspen Norman. Number 15, Trinity Nagel. Number 16, Soraya Payne. Number 22, Kendall Clausen. And number 27, Kaylee Strahan. Now for the starters. In left field, number 1, Kinsey Williams. At first base, number 9, Valerie Fafita. Behind the plate, number 21, Lauren Lunt. At second base, number 8, Sarah Potvin. In center field, number 12, Sadie Harris. At shortstop, number 30, Skylar Hunter. At first base,
Yeah, I'm here.
number 17, Allie Hall.
Hey there.
In right field,
Yeah, I'm ready.
Sophia Parsons. Designated batter is number 2, Kenny Gray. And on the mound is number 18, Zoe Wheeler. The Red Devils are led by head coach Tracy Fuller and assisted by Dave Andrew, John Matagora, and Kelly Arnold. Our umpires for the game: in the field, Kelsey Lawrence and Jim Anderson, and behind the plate, Susan Stafford. Ladies and gentlemen, let's play NWAC Championship Softball.
It begins with the ball. You see, a ball is not just leather and rubber. A ball is the seed that communities grow around. We're talking split-second moments that become indelible memories. It creates lifelong friendships. It's a reason for people to celebrate. A ball isn't just a ball. It's a life lesson. It's a tool you use to pursue your best. It's how you earn your greatest victories. How you learn to deal with failure. It's a test that you pass. It's a dream that you catch. It's a future you hold in your hands. It's not just a ball. Biden, the official ball of you.
And a big welcome back to the 2019 Softball Championships. And Wes Tucker keeping you company as Najoni Wheeler of the Lower Columbia College Red Devils kick things off with a called strike. And we'll miss inside to knot things up. 1-1. Again, game 2 broadcasted here on Field 1. A first round matchup between the Walla Walla Warriors and Lower Columbia College Red Devils as the pitch is beaten behind the circle and Wheeler can't handle it. And that's going to go down, I can assume, as an error on Wheeler. We'll see what official score thinks. And it looks like it will be an error. No, correction, they're going to give it a base hit. Going to hit right back at the pitcher. Going to be very tough. And that was Caitlin Christ, the hitter. Ashton Bufo will be the next hitter, followed by Gabby Beckstrom, Kyra Haskell, Brennan Carpenter, Riley Gentrer, Whitney Enriquez, Tommy McDonald, and Ryan Oates. This one's beaten to first and able to play it. And now they got someone caught up in the rundown. They go over toward third. Potwin with the ball is able to apply the tag, so that turns in to a 3-4-6-3 double play, and now they're going to signal the runner is safe back at second. So a little bit of everything happening there, but that was a 3-4 ground out. So with one away and a runner in scoring position, it's going to bring up Gabby Beckstrom. Defensively, the Red Devils look like this. In the outfield from left to right is Williams, Harris, and Parsons. On the infield from third to first, Potwood, Hunter, Fafita, and Hall, as Wheeler gets a swing and a miss there for strike one. Lunt is doing the catching for the Red Devils today. Wheeler into her motion, and a fastball missing upstairs, knotting up the count at 1-1. And Lower Columbia College comes into this game seeded number 8, coming out of the Western region. It's a little fake throwback there from Lunt. Whereas Walla Walla comes in as the 9 seed in the tournament out of the Eastern region. And 2-1, Wheeler to pitch. Here's another one that misses upstairs. The count 3-1. And the Joni Wheeler on the season, ERA at 6.11, 54 strikeouts and 36 walks. 3-1 pitch, swung on and beaten foul. Looks like off the foot of Gabby Beckstrom. The count runs full 3-2. And Beckstrom hit .472 over the course of the 2019 campaign. 12 home runs and 58 RBI to her credit. And the payoff pitch, upstairs, ball 4. And she will draw a walk to put runners on first and second. It's going to bring up Kira Haskell. Haskell batting .417 in 2019. Big tool threat as well, as she has stolen 7 bases on the year. First offering from Wheeler, she shows bunt, pulls back, and takes a called strike. And Kelsey Lawrence calling balls and strikes here. In fact, same umpiring crew with the exception of Jim Anderson and Susan Stafford switching corners. So Stafford's at third. Anderson is now the first base umpire. The 0-1 pitch misses upstairs. And the count knots up 1-1. In the Joni Wheeler a season ago, the big reason why the Devils were able to make it as far as they did in the NWAC Softball Championship Tournament. And now falls behind Kira Haskell. LCC last season making it to the championship game and losing out to the North Idaho Cardinals. That ball shot into right field. They're going to wave the runner home. The throw is coming in. No cut, and she'll score. An RBI single by Haskell, and it's 1-0 Walla Walla. And going to third was Beckstrom. Christ comes in to score, and it's going to bring up Brennan Carpenter. And already Coach Tracy Fuller is going to be talking things over with her infield. Runners at the corners, 1 away, and Walla Walla strikes first here in the first inning. And we saw a game here earlier that featured the Olympic College Raiders, in which they pulled off an upset. Get a look in there at what's going on in the circle. Kelsey Lawrence on his way to break it up. And LCC fought hard a season ago And if the first inning is any indication, they're going to need to keep fighting hard here. And both the East and West very competitive when it comes to softball. Very good teams always make their way out of there. So Brennan Carpenter will come to the plate with runners at the corners. Haskell on first, and on third is Gabby Beckstrom. Pitch on the way. Taking down low is Carpenter. The count 1 ball and no strikes. And Lower Columbia College finished the season with a record of 28-11-1. Here's a swing and a little pop-up. It's going to be handled easily by Fafita, the second baseman, and there's 2 gone. So 2 away, chance to escape this inning with minimal damage. And it'll be Riley Gettner coming up to the plate, playing right field today for the Walla Walla Warriors. Wheeler into her motion, and a first pitch strike catching the upper part of the zone, 0-1. Waiting on deck, it's going to be Whitney Enriquez. And here's a little jam shot down the third baseline. The throw from Potwin is in time. What a play by Potwin at third, saving a run. And that is how the inning will come to an end. 1 run that comes in on 2 hits in the inning, no errors, and they leave 2 on base. Home first after this. LCC trails 1-0.
We see you. Be your creative self at Clark College. We see you. Be your curious self at Clark College.
So, home half of inning number 1, and Lower Columbia College finds themselves down by 1 run. The Lower Columbia lineup looks like this. It's going to be Fafita leading off, Kinsey Williams batting second, Lauren Lunt the catcher. Sarah Potwin will bat cleanup. Sadie Harris, the center fielder, Skylar Hunter, the shortstop, Allie Hall at first, Sophia Parsons in right, and Cammie Gray, the designated player. And they're going to be facing Abby Giles. So the first pitch is going to be taken outside. The count 1-0. Giles with a 3.94 ERA. Struck out 107 hitters over the course of 2019. Falls behind to Fafita. The 1-0 offering on the way from Giles. Swung on, there's a ground ball. That's going to skip off the heel of the second baseman, Christ. And we'll see how official score elects to go with that one. It was a sharply hit ball. And it looks like they're going to give it an error. Correction, a base hit. 0 for 2 in this game. So leadoff hitter on board. That's going to bring up Kinsey Williams. 404 batting average. And her first offering on the way from Giles. Swung, and there's a ball hit toward the gap, and it's going to land between the center and left fielder. So back-to-back singles for Lower Columbia College to open things up here in the home first. It's going to bring up Lauren Lunt, the catcher. Lunt hit .426 on the year, 10 home runs, 49 RBI. Fantastic season for her. She'll dig in. 2 runners on board. And Potwin and Lunt are tied for the team lead in home runs with 10. And the first pitch on the way, swung on. There's a high fly ball drifting foul to the left side, and it will land out of play, 0-1. Again, Lower Columbia, a big opportunity here to put something on the board after falling behind in the opening half inning, 1-0. The 0-1 pitch shows bunt, pulls back, and takes a called strike. So that brings the count to 0-2. Very aggressive secondary being taken by Fafita out there at second base for the Red Devils. In fact, Buffo had to actually walk her back to the bag. The 0-2 pitch on the way to Lunt. Swung on and hit foul off the Lower Columbia fence. Old dugout shield there. On deck is Sarah Potwin. No balls and 2 strikes. Into her motion goes Giles. Swung on. That ball's going to tail foul down the left side. So quality AB here by Lunt, staying alive. In other games going on right now, the Skagit Valley Cardinals taking on the Bellevue Bulldogs. Southwest Oregon taking on North Idaho, as well as Clackamas taking on Centralia. Updates as they become available. And the next 0-2 offering, Lunt swings and fouls another one away. Well, a very tough hitter in this at-bat. So we take a look at the numbers on the year for Lunt. She has only struck out twice throughout the 2019 campaign. The 0-2. Swung on. That one's tapped towards shortstop, and they apply the tag, and the runner heading to third. So will be 6 unassisted on Fafita. And reaching on the fielder's choice is Lunt. So same situation, except the outs have changed. 2 runners on, second and first, and Potwin will bat. Potwin hitting .426 with 10 home runs. Pitch on the way. Potwin swings and fouls the first pitch back and out of play to the right side. Matter of fact, it'll wind up on field 2. And the 0-1 to the Red Devil third baseman. Potwin swings and fouls it back again. This time it'll stay in play off the fence. Updates from around the sports complex. North Idaho leads Southwest Oregon 3-0. Centralia leads Clackamas 2-0. And Skagit Valley leads Bellevue 1-0. So 0-2 the count. Pitch on the way. Potwin swings and fouls it away again. This one's going to leave play and wind up over on field 2 again. And LCC, as a collective this season, struck out only 123 times over the course of their 40 games played. The 0-2 pitch outside. Looked like Buffo wanted to throw back to second, but nobody's covering the bag. So 1-2 the count to Potwin. Giles taking her time out there in the circle. Very deliberate working pitcher. 1-2. Potwin swings and fouls another one away. Well, you saw a grand battle by the previous hitter, Lunt, and now Potwin not disappointing either. Both quality at bats. And a battle between the 8 and 9 seed in the tournament here in round 1. 1-2. Down low, and that knots up the count 2 apiece. And it looked like the second baseman, Chris, that time was covering second. Good presence of mind by Williams to get back. Pitch on the way. Potwin swings and fouls another one off in the field, too. Two and 2 the count. Walla Walla in their half of inning number 2 is going to have their 7, 8, and 9 hitters due up. As the next 2-2 pitch to Potwin is on the way. Jack swing and hang the K backwards. Strike 3 call. Got her looking. Quality moving pitch there for out number 2. So 2 away, and that means it's going to be up to Sadie Harris to put the Devils on the board here in the first inning. Trailing 1-0 to Walla Walla. And runners on first and second, that's Lunt and Williams. The first pitch on the way. Outside, ball 1. And Kelsey Lawrence, the home plate umpire today. And the 1-0 offering. Swung on. That ball is destroyed foul. Don't know how much more in front of a foul ball you can get. And the count 1-1. And beginning at 5 p.m., we will have the broadcast of Spokane and Douglas as A bracket softball continues here on field 1. And it is swinging a high pop-up, perhaps in play. It will go foul and out of play at the last second, 1-2. And then at 7:30 tonight, we will have the winner of the Southwest Oregon North Idaho game taking on the winner of the Clackamas Centralia game. 2 more games for you on field 1 today. The 1-2 pitch, 2 runners on base. Outside. Count knots up 2-2. Deuces are wild. 2-2, 2 away here in the bottom of the first inning. And Giles, very slow working pitcher, the 2-2. Swung on and lined hard foul just out of the reach of Coach Fuller there for the Devils. Well, no runs have come in to score this half inning, but it has been a long half inning. Red Devils proving to be very tough outs at the plate. Giles did get the strikeout of Potwin, but it was a hard-fought battle to do so, and the 2-2 on the way. Swing and another foul ball down the third baseline. And Sadie Harris batting .358 during the regular season. And again, for a Red Devils team that really doesn't strike out a whole lot, relatively low batting average. Outfield shifting to the left now on the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that is how the first whole inning will come to an end. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. We play an inning complete. Walla Walla with a 1-0 advantage.
I chose Centralia College for a couple reasons. Financially, it was just the best option for me. Some colleges that will have people redshirting as a freshman, but you don't get to do that here. You go right into playing, developing your skills and your talents. You're gonna have fun and you're gonna learn a lot. My name is Britzy Hockett. I play softball at Centralia College, and I go boldly.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
My name is Felix Bunton, and I am a CT technologist, and I work at Inland Imaging. I worked 3 jobs during the program, and I had a baby going in, and then I had another baby while in the program. Not recommended. Finished, like I said, in June of '09. I had a job right out the gate. SEC, it's great. The program stemmed from something that was already in the community. Coming from the military, I've always been kind of a service-oriented person, always wanted, to help. I'm Felix Bunton, and this is my college, my community.
Top of the second inning coming your way now from the Dwight Merkel Sports Complex as the Walla Walla Warriors find themselves with a 1-0 lead over the Lower Columbia College Red Devils. Najoni Wheeler will go back to work for the Devils, and Whitney Enriquez will be the leadoff hitter. 7, 8, and 9 due up for the Warriors here in the second. Wheeler into her motion, and the first pitch is fouled straight back. The count, no balls and 1 strike. Again, this year, Enriquez, 5 home runs, 28 RBI, batting .333. And now the pitch from Wheeler, taken upstairs. 1 ball and 1 strike. Waiting on deck is Tommy McDonald. And Rianne Oates is in the hole. Swing, and there's a little jam shot foul up the first base line. Fielded easily by Hall over there. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Pitch, off-speed pitch, missing way upstairs. The count 2-2. Right fielder Parsons hugging the line a little bit out there, leaving a pretty good-sized gap there in right center. Two and 2 the count as Kelsey Lawrence wanted to wipe off the plate real quick. Here comes Wheeler. Swung on and jam shot foul again. This one is going to hit the fence. And Wheeler pitched in every game for Lower Columbia College a season ago in the tournament. Now she'll field the ball. The throw to first is in time. So 1-3 on the putout. And there is 1 gone here in the top half of inning number 2. It's going to bring up Tommy McDonald. McDonald, one of the lower batting averages on the Walla Walla team this year, batting .271. She had 2 home runs and 9 RBI over the course of the year. Pitch from Wheeler is going to be taken right down Broadway, a called strike. Lower Columbia in their half of the second will have their 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up. Here's another jam shot right in front of the mound. Wheeler with plenty of time. And an easy put out. 2 1-3 putouts here in inning number 2.
Batting next for Walla Walla, number 6, Rianne Oates.
Good to see Wheeler battling back after surrendering that run in the first inning, keeping it close, give her offense a chance to put LCC on top or tie the ball game in the second. So the first pitch misses upstairs. So Spokane pulled off a pretty big upset today. The number 15 seed taking down the number 2 seed. And they will play the Douglas Royals, who took down Wenatchee in that game right here on Field 1. And Olympic College taking down Big Bend. There's ground ball towards second. It's going to be fielded easily and thrown by Fafita to first. So 3 up, 3 down for the Warriors here in the second inning. We'll be right back. Home second, 1-0 Walla Walla. So home half of inning number 2, Lower Columbia College able to get a 1-2-3 inning defensively in the second. So we'll see if they can put something together here in their half of inning number 2. It'll be Skylar Hunter, Allie Hall, and Sophia Parsons due up for Lower Columbia College. And Lower Columbia had back-to-back hits to start off the first, and then a fielder's choice followed by 2 strikeouts, putting him out of contention there. And Giles back to work for Walla Walla. First pitch on the way to Hunter. It's going to be taken right down Broadway, a called strike 1. And defensively, the Warriors look like this. From left field to right field is Haskell, Oates, and Genta first, Enriquez, Beckstrom, Christ, McDonald, and Buffo doing the catching behind Giles. Hunter, 1 home run on the year, and will take a pitch inside to bring the count to 2-1. Was 7 for 10 in her stolen base attempts this year, and hit .359 for Lower Columbia. 2-1 pitch, waved at and missed. The count 2-2. Offered a pitch that probably would have been a little outside. Now a 2-2 count. Allie Hall waiting on deck. And the 2-2 offering. Swing, and there's a hot line drive up the middle. And it's going to be a leadoff base hit for Skylar Hunter. And the 0-1 shows bunt, pulls back, throw to first is not close. So 0-2 the count. Doesn't look like she pulled back in time. She did offer at it. According to home plate umpire Kelsey Lawrence. Now an 0-2 count with Parsons waiting on deck. Time called. As a softball from field 2 has made its way over here to field 1. By the third baseman Enriquez, gives a throw over to first, but back in plenty of time is Hunter. So 1 away, and here comes Sophia Parsons, the right fielder for the Red Devils. Parsons this season batting .397. sacrifice bunt there. Was played 2-3 if you're keeping score at home, and Cammie Gray with the opportunity now to hit with a runner in scoring position. And Cammie Gray, the designated player, we'll see if they can capitalize on it. They weren't able to capitalize on back-to-back singles to open up the first inning. The 0-1 upstairs, and throw back to second is not close. Boy, Buffo is not afraid to throw the ball back down. Seen her do it a couple of times already. Very good throwing catcher. The 1-1 pitch. Gray swings and misses, strike two. One ball and two strikes. So we get an updated look around the complex. Bellevue now leads Skagit Valley 2-1. And Clackamas and Centralia are tied at 4. As Gray swings and fouls this one up and off of the backstop. 1-2 the count remains. Meanwhile, North Idaho still leads Southwest Oregon 4-0. And now another 1-2 on the way to Cammie Gray, top of the order in Fafita waiting on deck. Outside, 2-2. So Deuces are wild here in the home half of the second. 2-2, 2 away. And weather's been clearing up, getting a little bit better and better with each second that goes by. Here's a jam shot ground ball towards second. Going to be a closer play than it looked like it should have been. But a 4-3 ground out will retire the side. So no runs on one hit in the inning, no errors, and a runner left on. We played two complete. Walla Walla leads 1-0 back in Spokane after this. Top half of inning number 3 now as Caitlin Christ will lead off for Walla Walla. Top of the order, swing, line drive, hauled in at shortstop by Hunter. Play an Adam ball right at him. And there's one gone after one pitch. That's going to bring up Ashton Buffo, who is 0 for 1. Grounded out to the first baseman, Hall, in her first at-bat. Walla Walla leading 1-0 here in the third as a swing and a miss on a good pitch by Wheeler brings the count 0-1. Now a lot more A-bracket softball for you as the day progresses, as the 0-1 pitch misses upstairs. We'll have Spokane and Douglas here on Field 1. That game slated to start at 5. Our 7:30 matchup is still to be determined. The 1-1 pitch is going to be taken inside, 2-1. And Joni Wheeler pitching for the Red Devils. Sent down the side in order in the second. And here's a swing and a high pop-up towards short. And there's another putout. So the Lower Columbia College shortstop, Skylar Hunter, is 1 out away from tying one of the oldest records in softball of 3 putouts in 1 inning. Unfortunately, it's a record that will never be broken. But it's a good one to have your name up there. Ground ball toward third, backhanded by Potwin, and it's going to be ruled foul by Lawrence, the home plate umpire. So a first pitch strike. Wheeler's done a great job. Only 2 hitters have not seen a first pitch strike from Nijoni today. And the 0-1. Missing upstairs to knot the count up at 1 apiece. Lower Columbia in their half of the third will have the top of their order due up. 1-1 pitch. Swung on and jam shot foul again to the right side. Count 1-2. Wheeler in the driver's seat. North Idaho's up their lead to 6-0 over Southwest Oregon. 1-2 pitch. Off-speed pitch, just missing. Boy, you can see the smile on Nijoni's face there. Quality 2-strike pitch, unfortunately just a little bit low. And now the 2-2. Comes back with a fastball that misses upstairs to bring the count full, 3-2. And Nijoni's got a quality balance of power and off-speed, and the 3-2 off-speed pitch is going to miss down low. A 2-out walk will be issued to Beckstrom. So Beckstrom with a 2-out walk. He's going to bring up Kira Haskell. 1 for 1 today with a single in her first at-bat. Who ended up being stranded at first base, and the pitch will miss down and in, ball 1. And the catcher for Lower Columbia College, that is Lunt, a quality throwing arm. And the 1-0 pitch from Wheeler, swung on. There's a line drive base hit into right field. They're going to try and bring Beckstrom to third. Will do so successfully as the throw comes into third with no cutoff. And now runners at the corners with 2 away here in the third. An opportunity for the Warriors to widen their lead a bit. And it's going to be Brennan Carpenter. Carpenter, the designated player today. And hitting for Giles, the pitcher. Pitch on the way, missing low and in, ball 1. Haskell at first is 7 for 7 in stolen bases. And this is definitely going to be a game of inches. We'll see if they elect to get her in motion. 1-0 pitch, taking a called strike near the top of the zone, 1-1. Should Carpenter find a way on base, Gentiner would be the next hitter. Ground ball toward third. Potwin plays it. Throw across the first in plenty of time. And crisis averted here in the third for the Red Devils. In the inning, no runs score on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. Home third. Walla Walla still leads 1-0. Back after this.
Thanks, Reggie.
Home half of inning number 3, Lower Columbia College finds themselves trailing 1-0 to the Walla Walla Warriors, top of the LCC order due up in Fafita. Singled in her first plate appearance. Was tagged out trying to go to third later in the inning, however. And her first pitch is swung on. That ball's hit well towards center, and it's going to hang up long enough for Oates to get underneath it. One pitch, one gone. Here in the home third, they'll bring up Kinsey Williams. And Williams, the left fielder today, 1 for 1 as well. She singled back in the first inning. And now Giles into her motion, the first offering to Williams. Swung on and flied foul and out of play to the left side over the Lower Columbia dugout, 0-1. Was a little flare single into left center field that got Williams on base last time, and now she puts a bunt down the third baseline, and they're going to say that she was out of the box when she made contact, and that is going to be an out. So now some explanation being given. And 2 away now. After the contact out of the batter's box. And now time will be called as another softball from field 2 has made its way over. Well, that's always a risk you take when you use that running approach to the bunt. You set foot out of the box and make contact, that's going to be an out every time. Pitch on the way, skipping in the dirt. 1 ball and no strikes to Lauren Lunt, the catcher. Reach base due to a fielder's choice in her first at-bat this evening. And the 1-0 offering from Giles. Swung on and fouled straight back to knock the count up 1-1. Checking in with the other fields, it is a 6-4 lead for the Clackamas Cougars over the Centralia Trailblazers. And the Bellevue Bulldogs lead the Skagit Valley Cardinals 3-1. It's the 1-1 offering to Lunt on the way upstairs. When Lower Columbia College needs to get something going here, you don't want to leave it all to the end. It makes for a dramatic game, but unnecessarily so. The 2-1. Swung on. There's a flare down the left field line that is going to tail foul just out of the reach of the left fielder Haskell. Two and two, the count. Deuce is wild here in the home third. 2-2 away. 2 quick outs. A fly out, and then the botched running bunt. And now Giles ready. The 2-2 offering to the Lower Columbia catcher. Swung on, ground ball towards second. It's going to be played by Chris. Throw to first in time. So 1-2-3 goes Lower Columbia in their half of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. 3 complete. Walla Walla leads 1-0. Back in Spokane.
begins with the ball. You see, a ball is not just leather and rubber. A ball is the seed that communities grow around. We're talking split-second moments that become indelible memories. It creates lifelong friendships. It's a reason for people to celebrate. A ball isn't just a ball. It's a life lesson. It's a tool you use to pursue your best. It's how you earn your greatest victories. How you learn to deal with failure. It's a test that you pass. It's a dream that you catch. It's a future you hold in your hands. It's not just a ball. Baden, the official ball of you.
Top half of inning number 4, a 1-0 lead for Walla Walla, and Riley Gettner will lead things off for the Warriors, facing the Joni Wheeler, her 4th inning of work, and it starts with a ball that skips in there for ball 1. Again, Wheeler has given up 1 run thus far, has done so on 3 hits. Been no errors behind her. The 1-0 pitch is way upstairs, 2-0. And you see that a lot, overcorrection, missing so down low that you skip in the dirt to missing up above the forehead of the batter. And the 2-0 pitch outside, 3-0 now. And Wheeler, on the year, only walked 36 hitters. And the 3-0 pitch, right down Broadway, a called strike 1. 3 balls and 1 strike. Gettner grounded out to third in her first at bat. 3-1 pitch, swung on and fouled back my way. And the count goes full. That Gettner grounded out to Potwin to end what could have been a catastrophic first inning for the Red Devils. Off pitch, swing, and a easy pop out to Hall at first for the first out. So able to come back from 3-0 to get that out is Wheeler, and now Whitney Enriquez will try her luck again. Grounded out to Wheeler back in inning number 2 and takes ball 1 low and inside. Enriquez, 28 RBI throughout the course of 2019. She hit .333 and takes ball 2 down low and in. 2-0 the count. And waiting on deck is Tommy McDonald. The 2-0. Upstairs, 3-0. Wheeler, for the second batter in a row this inning, has run the count 3-0. See if she can come back as she did the last one. Wind still favoring the left-handed hitters, as the 3-0 offering, much like the last hitters, is right down the pipe. And ball 4 will be issued, so a 1-out walk to Enriquez, 37th walk issued by Wheeler this season. And it looks like they're going to bring in a runner. And we'll get confirmation on who that is exactly. It's going to be Lexus Trouble coming in. Trouble, over the course of the year, is 0 for 0 in stolen bases, and just brought in so they can get a little more speed up there as McDonald steps to the plate. Shows bunt, pulls back, takes a called strike, throw back to first is not in time. No balls and 1 strike to count. See if they elect to have McDonald show bunt again. May have been playing on the wildness of Nijoni. Upstairs, throwback to first is not in time. So a couple of throwbacks from Lunt, the Red Devil catcher. And now a 1-1 pitch from Wheeler on the way. Here's a swing and a high pop-up on the infield. Calling for it is Hall, but Wheeler is going to make the catch anyway. So 2 away on the pop-out. A couple of pop-outs in this half inning. Two away, and that's going to bring up Ryan Oates. Oates in the box, pitch from Wheeler, swung on. That ball's hit well to deep left center field, chasing it back near the wall, and the catch is going to be made, and it's going to be the center fielder Harris taking charge, and down go the Warriors. No runs on no hits, no errors, and a runner left on base. We have played 3.5 innings, and Walla Walla on top 1-0.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
I chose Centralia College for a couple reasons. Financially, it was just the best option for me. Some colleges that will have people redshirting as a freshman, but you don't get to do that here. You go right into playing, developing your skills and your talents. You're gonna have fun and you're gonna learn a lot. My name is Britzy Hockett. I play softball at Centralia College and I go boldly.
Let's see, I graduated from high school in 2008, went to UW for a year, came back to Spokane. You know, graduated, wasn't really sure what I was gonna do, so I headed to Spokane Falls. I feel like the energy in Spokane is evolving. Having a good, accessible college right here in town is a really important part of that. So I just started working at Helvetica, which is a local design firm. The Falls definitely prepared me for getting a good job right out of college.
My name is Morgan Lynch. This is my college, my community.
Home half of inning number 4. Walla Walla still clinging to a 1-run lead. It's going to be 4-5 and 6-2 up. For the Red Devils, it's going to be Potwin, Harris, and Hunter to face Giles going into her 4th inning of work. And the Red Devils able to escape the last half inning with no damage. The first pitch to Potwin, ground ball toward first, and that's going to go off the glove of the first baseman McDonald. But Christ is there to recover, so a 3-4-3 put out at first, and there is one gone. So that's going to bring up Sadie Harris, the center fielder. Harris today 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And her first offering here in the 4th. It's going to be swung on and fouled straight back. The count 0-1. And good hustle by Buffo, the Walla Walla catcher. And now an 0-1 pitch due. Again, just a 1-run contest. Still anybody's ball game to this point. So the 0-1 pitch taken outside. Quality pitch, though, 1-1. And these two teams met twice over the course of the season, and Lower Columbia College won both games by scores of 9-8 and 9-3. And the 1-1 swung on, and that ball's lifted high and way foul off to the left. And the count will go to 1-2. And Lower Columbia College came into this game a higher seed by 1 spot than the Walla Walla Warriors. Bellevue, meanwhile, has widened their lead 5-1 over Skagit Valley, and Clackamas has taken a 6-4 lead over Centralia. The 1-2 pitch, outside, 2-2. Boy, quality two-strike pitch there from Giles. A little looked to be off speed off the outside corner. And now the 2-2 offering. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Second time we've written a K next to Harris's name here. And there's 2 gone in the 4th. Bring up Skylar Hunter. Hunter is 1 for 1 today with a base hit. Was later stranded at second after a sacrifice put her in scoring position. And her offering from Giles here in the 4th. It's going to be taken downstairs and perhaps outside, 1-0. The next game on this field will be Spokane and Douglas as A bracket softball continues on field 1. Outside. 2 balls and no strikes. So a big pitch here against Skylar. Does have some power. She has 1 home run on the year. See if she gets something in her wheelhouse. The 2-0. It's going to be taken right down the middle, a called strike. Boy, hitters are taught from a young age these days to hunt that fastball in 2-0, 3-1 counts, even in 3-0 counts. If it's there and you can demolish it, go ahead and uncork something. The 2-1. Outside, 2-2. Deuces are wild here in the home 4th. Oh, pardon, 3-1. Got a little bit ahead of myself there. Apologies to everybody listening at home. And the 3-1 from Giles. Called strike. Now the count runs full 3-2. In a very quality style at bat from Skylar Hunter. Seeing a lot of pitches, and now the 3-2 offering on the way. Swung on and hit foul up to the right side. The count remains full, 3-2. Another payoff pitch is due. And things scooting right along. So we find ourselves in the bottom of the 4th inning. And the payoff pitch. Swinging a high pop-up on the infield. Calling for it is Enriquez, the third baseman. And she will make the grab. The side is retired. 1-2-3. Go to the Red Devils in the 4th. On to the 5th inning we go. Walla Walla leading 1-0.
I am strong. I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence. I trust my gut.
No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
Fans, don't forget to check out the official tournament merchandise for t-shirts, sweatshirts, Under Armour gear, and more. Everything is fully customizable. Get your tournament gear today. Supplies are limited. Visit them online at nwacstore.com/NWAC. Be sure to follow the NWAC on Twitter and Facebook at NWAC Sports and on Instagram at NWAC Sports 1 for all the latest NWAC news. Also visit nwacsports.org for the most recent information on schedules, scores, stats, and more.
Caitlin Christ leads off and beats the ball foul into the right-handed batter's box. The count 0-1. Again, top of the order, due up for Walla Walla. It'll be Christ, Buffo, and Beckstrom. 0-1 the count. Wheeler into her motion. Here's a swing and another ball hit off the front foot of Christ. 0-2. So 2 foul balls in the right-handed batter's box. And it looks like this one got a piece of her foot. Always a very painful experience. The count 0-2. And a reminder, NWAC baseball starts up the next weekend from beautiful Story Field in Longview. Lower Columbia College, always fantastic hosts of the NWAC Baseball Championship Tournament. And it looks like everything is okay now. The count is 0-2 after 2 foul balls. Waiting on deck is Ashton Buffo. 1 for 2 today is Chris. She had a single to lead off the ball game. And the 0-2 pitch is going to be taken inside, and you should see the reaction there of center fielder Harris. Did not believe, or rather couldn't believe, threw her arms up in disbelief. The 1-2 swung on and hit well foul to the left, and that's going to go out of play. So 1-2, the count remains. And Sadie Harris, arms way up in the air on the 0-2 pitch call. And now a 1-2 on the way. Is going to miss way upstairs with the off speed. 2-2 the count. Wheeler trying to collect the first out of the 5th inning. Lower Columbia College running out of chances. 2-2. Swung on and beaten foul again to the left side. In Lower Columbia, a season ago, making a run for the championship and ultimately losing to North Idaho in the final game. And now a payoff pitch is going to be due to Christ. Christ lined out in her last at-bat to the shortstop, Hunter. The 3-2. Upstairs, ball 4, and there's a walk to lead things off here in the 5th. It's going to bring up Ashton Buffo. And Walla Walla actually led the NWAC in sacrifice hits and sacrifice flies. They're a team that's no stranger to manufacturing runs. So he pulls back and takes a strike on a bunt. So we'll see if they elect to keep playing small ball here with Beckstrom waiting on deck. Wheeler in the circle, 0-1 the count. Leadoff hitter on board via the walk. Here's a swing and a high pop-up, and that's going to get out of play behind us. And the count goes to 0-2. Wheeler in the driver's seat. See what Wheeler elects to go with here. Hasn't had a lot of luck with the off-speed pitch today. And the 0-2. Swung on. There's a towering pop-up to the right side. Second baseman calling for it. Fafita will put it away, and there's one gone. So potentially one pitch away from getting out of this inning now is Wheeler. It'll be Gabby Beckstrom. And Gabby Beckstrom over the 2019 season had a slugging percentage of .889. So 88.9% of the time, Beckstrom would hit the ball for extra bases when it came to her base hits. It's a huge number. And of that percentage, 12 of those hits were home runs. And here's a swing and a foul up to the left side. Count remains 0-2. Hitter on deck is Kira Haskell. She's got a couple of hits to her name so far. The 0-2 swing and a ground ball towards short. Could be two. They're only going to get one as the throw across the diamond is in time to get Beckstrom. 6-3 the putouts. So 2 away and a runner in scoring position for Kira Haskell. This is definitely the hitter they want up in this situation. She's 2 for 2 today with a couple of singles and some good speed by Chris, who stole 30 bases over the course of 2019. So a single just about anywhere will score her. First pitch on the way. Here's a fastball missing upstairs, 1-0. Batter on deck, Gettner, is 0 for 2. So we'll see if they elect to pitch around the red-hot Haskell. Upstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. And now making their appearances, Spokane and Douglas warming up beyond the home run fence. The 2-0 pitch upstairs, 3-0 now. So it looks like they may be pitching around Haskell. We'll see if Wheeler just gives up the walk or they come back in the strike zone with something. The 3-0. Fastball right down Broadway. Called strike one. So it looks like the pitch around deal isn't what's happening. So now a 3-1 offering from Wheeler. Good speed at second. Pitch on the way and downstairs, ball 4. Second walk of the half inning issued by Wheeler. 2 runners on base. And Brennan Carpenter will come to the plate. 0 for 2 with a pop out and a ground out today. Pitch on the way. Upstairs, ball 1. Wheeler missing up quite a bit in this half inning. And the 1-0 pitch. Upstairs again, 2-0. So we'll see if Wheeler can settle in. Again, got the next 2 hitters out after issuing that leadoff walk, and now a conference in the circle that will bring all the infielders in for the powwow. And Lower Columbia College in their half of inning number 5 is going to have their 7, 8, and 9 hitters due up. Lower Columbia College has 9 outs left to try and score at least 1 at this point if Wheeler can stay red hot in this contest. And she's found her way out of trouble a couple of times. And the 2-0 pitch. Fastball missing inside. 3-0 now. Waiting on deck is Gettner, who's also 0 for 2 today. The 3-0 pitch. Fastball right down the pipe. Called strike 1. 3-1. And the pitch on the way. Here's another fastball that catches the corner. 3-2 with 2 away. Runners the opportunity for a bit of a head start. 3-2, 2 outs. Pitch on the way, swing and a high pop-up that will go out of play behind home plate. And the count remains full. Runner's still going to be going with his second payoff pitch. On the way, swing and a foul off to the left side. And the count 3-2. Clackamas has widened their lead over Centralia 8-4. Swing. Here's a high pop-up on the infield. Calling for it is Hunter, and she'll put it away. And Wheeler and the Devils able to find their way out of trouble here in the 5th inning. No runs on no hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base due to walks.
am strong. I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence. I trust my gut.
No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
And be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
Home half of inning number 5 as the Lower Columbia College Red Devils need to get something going against Giles. They've had a few hits in the game, just haven't been able to string them all together. As Hall will be the first batter. Hall is 0 for 1 with a pop out to the third baseman today and takes ball 1 downstairs to kick off the home fifth. And we take another look at other games going on right now. North Idaho about to 10-run Southwest Oregon. They lead 13-0. And the 1-0 pitch to Hall outside, 2-0. Clackamas leads Centralia 8-4, and Bellevue leads Skagit Valley 7-1. 2-0 the count. And the pitch swung on. That ball is lofted to left. And there to make the catch is going to be Haskell, one gone. So one away, and that'll bring up Sophia Parsons. Parsons dropped down a sacrifice bunt in her last at-bat. It's to put Skylar Hunter in scoring position. Unfortunately, they were not able to bring her in to score. And now the pitch on the way. Parsons swings and misses a little underneath that ball. Looks like she may have gotten a piece of it. Regardless, back into the glove, 0-1. And Giles, very slow working pitcher. The 0-1. Down low, knotting up the count at 1 apiece. And winner of this game is going to be facing North Idaho. That game will happen tonight at 7:30. And there's a good pitch that just misses inside. And a correction. Winner of this game looks like they'll be playing Bellevue. Yeah, 2 separate parts of the bracket. Apologies. And the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and tapped foul toward the Red Devil dugout. Field by Cammie Gray in the on-deck circle. And 2-2 the count. And into the motion she goes. Swing, and there's a foul ball. Looks like it caught the unprotected arm of the catcher, Buffo. And she signals that she is okay, so we're ready to keep going. Now we get a little break to make sure she is ready to go. 2-2 the count remains. Waiting on deck is Gray, the 9-hole hitter. Red Devils have gone down in order the last couple of innings. And the 2-2. Swing and a high pop-up that will leave the yard foul. Wind up on field 2 again. Starting to see some blue sky beyond the outfield walls. The 2-2 pitch is on the way. Here's a off-speed pitch that misses just outside. Great 2-strike pitch from Giles. And the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Down goes Parsons. So we take a look there. That is 4 strikeouts on the day for Giles. And here comes Cammie Gray. Gray 0 for 1 with a ground ball to second. And the first pitch to her here, a swing and a miss, strike 1. No balls and 1 strike, 2 away. Swing and a miss. Boy, chased that ball up near her chin. And the count's 0-2. So 2 strikes. Waiting on deck, top of the order, Fafita. 0-2 pitch upstairs. Try the same pitch. Why not? If she's going to swing at it once, she may swing at it again. And it looks like the score now 7-1 Bellevue over Skagit Valley. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that is going to retire the side. So in order, go the Red Devils. We played 5 innings, and it's a 1-0 Walla Walla lead. Back after this.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
More than 48,000 service members have been physically wounded during the military conflicts in Iraq and Afghanistan. An estimated 400,000 are living with the invisible wounds of war, including post-traumatic stress disorder, major depression, and traumatic brain injury. The NWAC is honored to have a Wounded Warrior Project veteran at today's games. The NWAC is rallying behind Wounded Warrior Project, a nonprofit organization whose mission is to honor and empower wounded warriors. Wounded Warrior Project connects to more than 100,000 wounded warriors, family members, and caregivers it serves with programs that empower them to live their lives on their own terms. Thanks to generous donors, WWP is proud to offer these services free of charge. To get involved and learn more, visit woundedwarriorproject.org. Please join us in recognizing the veterans in attendance and the service and sacrifice they've provided to our country.
Fastball missing up. 1 ball, no strikes. One 0 pitch, swung on. That ball's flared foul and out of play to the left side. 1-1. Wheeler trying to work her way out of this 6th inning. Another foul ball back. Count 1-2. We'll see if Wheeler can get out of this unscathed. On deck is the catcher, Ashton Buffo. And the 1-2. Swung on. That ball's hitting the right. It's going to hold up long enough for Parsons to make the grab. And that is going to retire the side. So 2 runners left on base. 1 hit in the inning. No errors and no runs. On to the home 6th. Still 1-0 Walla Walla.
Red Lion Hotels Corporation is built to thrive. With innovative programming and in-the-know staff, our hotel brands offer guests great stays and a chance to immerse in local culture. Red Lion Hotels and Red Lion Inn & Suites are better than ever. For travelers who want to get lost and discover adventure, we open the door to the best local experiences. We have reinvented the loyalty program. Introducing Hello Rewards, the first recognition-based loyalty program that encourages members to go further, fly higher, travel better, with tailor-made rewards. And we're not stopping yet. Presenting Hotel RL, our newest hotel brand. Inspired by the natural beauty of the Pacific Northwest, an uplifting, relaxed atmosphere, a staff that loves what they do. For adventurers at heart, Hotel RL will inspire an amazing journey. Our future has never been brighter. 3 strong brands, an expanding portfolio, industry-leading innovation with turnkey solutions, simple fee structures, areas of protection, continued support from day one. We make partnerships easy. Reach a new breed of traveler with RLHC.
Home half of inning number 6 as Lower Columbia College is down to their last 6 outs, and it's the top of their order due up. I believe Fafita, Williams, and Lunt due up, trailing 1-0 to the Walla Walla Warriors. In a quality pitched and defensively played game, only 1 run has come in to score. Not a lot of hits either. They've been at a premium in this matchup as Giles is ready to go. In doer motion, the pitch is put down as a bunt, and it goes foul. So the count, no balls and 1 strike. And 1 game already in the books here, and that is the 13-0 victory of North Idaho over Southwest Oregon. Meanwhile, Clackamas leads Centralia 11-4. And correction, it's actually 13-4 now. The 0-1 swung on. That ball's flied into straightaway center field, and waiting for it is Oates. 1 gone here in the home 6th. So Kinsey Williams will come to the plate. Williams is 1 for 2 today. She singled back in the 1st inning and then had the botched running bunt attempt back in the 3rd. Pitch on the way. Here's a swing and a little flare in the shallow left. That is going to be caught on a slide by Haskell. 2 quick outs here in the home 6th, and here comes Lauren Lunt, the catcher for Lower Columbia. Boy, kind of contrasting games going on around the complex. There's a game that is little out of reach, 7-1 in favor of Bellevue over Skagit. Then there's a 13-0 game already in the books, and a 1-0 game going on here on field 1 as the pitch to Lunt is going to be taken outside, ball 1. So 1-0 pitch is due to Lunt. On the way, here's a swing and a line drive, base hit in the right field. So with 2 outs, the Red Devils have a base runner. First time in the last 4 innings that the Red Devils have had someone on base. And now Sarah Potwin with the opportunity to keep this inning going. See if the Red Devils can string a few together. And Lunt with 2 stolen bases on the year. Pitch on the way to Potwin. Swing, ground ball up the middle, a base hit. And they're going to hold Lunt at second. So back-to-back singles for the Red Devils. And it looks like they've got something cooking here. And Sadie Harris will be the batter, but it looks like there's going to be a conversation in the circle now. Harris so far today has struck out twice. And this is the opportunity you have to capitalize on if you're Lower Columbia. And hitter on deck, Skylar Hunter now is 1 for 2. This is the first time the Devils have had a runner in scoring position since the first inning. It's been a well-pitched game by Giles. And now the conversation is going to be broken up by Kelsey Lawrence in the circle. So stepping in is Harris, again the center fielder today, 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. And the pitch on the way from Giles. Swung on, high pop-up on the infield. Calling for it is Giles. She'll make the grab. And on we go to the 7th inning. Lower Columbia gets a couple of hits in the inning and strands them both. No runs and no errors. Back with the 7th inning after this.
We see you. Be your creative self at Clark College. We see you. Be your curious self at Clark College.
I am strong. I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence. I trust my gut.
No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
On we go to inning number 7. It is a 1-0 lead for Walla Walla. Last chance to add on some insurance as LCC is going to have their 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up in the home half. Wheeler's pitch swung on and shot foul to the right side. The count 0-1. Again, still a quality outing by Najoni Wheeler, holding a normally heavy-hitting offensive Walla Walla to 1 run at this point in the ball game. And the 0-1 pitch taken low and perhaps inside. The count knots up at 1. Batter on deck is Backstrom. And the 1-1 pitch swung on. There's a flare foul to the left side, and it will skip off the roof of the Lower Columbia dugout. 1-2. Approximately 30 minutes after the conclusion of this ball game, the Spokane Sasquatch and Douglas Royals will do battle. There's the ball lined into center field. That's a base hit for Buffo. So leadoff hitter on board. And that's going to bring up Gabby Beckstrom. Beckstrom today is 0 for 1 with 2 walks and a ground out. And her pitch from Wheeler swung on. There's a flare toward left, and it's going to be hauled in by the shortstop Hunter for out number 1. So quality defensive range by the Red Devil shortstop into shallow left. In the Lower Columbia Red Devils, wearing a 4 Sioux on their arms in support of assistant coach John Matagora, whose wife Sue unfortunately passed away, and now they will get the double play. So thoughts and prayers go out to John Matagora, and the Red Devils have one more chance. Right back with the home 7th after this.
We see you. Be your resourceful self at Clark College. We see you. Be your curious self at Clark College.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
I am strong. I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination. Confidence.
I trust my gut.
No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
On we go, home half of inning number 7, Lower Columbia trailing by 1 run. They've got their 6, 7, 8 hitters due up. Skylar Hunter, Allie Hall, and Sophia Parsons. And digging in to kick off the home 7th is Skylar Hunter. Hunter today 1 for 2 with a single and a pop out. And her first pitch from Giles is on the way. Here's a fastball taken right down Broadway for strike 1. And you take a look here as Skylar hits .359 on the year with 1 home run. And the 0-1 pitch taken outside to knot up the count at 1 apiece. Winner will go on to face what looks to be Clackamas at this point. That game's still in the 5th inning. And the 1-1. Swinging and a foul straight back, and the count 1-2. Losers will play tonight. The game time looks to be 8 o'clock at this point. for that game. It'll happen on field 2. It's the 1-2 from Giles. Swung on and fouled away again. And we'll see if the Devils can fight their way back. They have been stymied all afternoon. Ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch on the way. Here's a swing and a line drive. It's going to be played on a hop by the second baseman, Christ. And that's going to be the first out here. Red Devils down to their last 2 outs. And Allie Hall will come to the plate. Hall, again, only hitting .246 on the year, but did show some power. 5 home runs and 14 RBI. And a big situation here. And the pitch on the way from Giles. Here's a swing and a hard shot, ground ball, foul down the first baseline. Count 0-1. 0-1 the count. Digging back in, Hall. 0 for 2 with a pop out and a fly out to her credit today. And the 0-1 offering. Swung on, that ball is flared foul down the left field line and out of play. No balls and 2 strikes. And tomorrow, ball games will start at 10 a.m. Beginning with some B bracket matchups. We'll have one of those games for you right here on field 1. We'll also have some A bracket for you tomorrow. 0-2 pitch, swung on and lasered foul to the right side. 0-2, the count remains. On deck is Sophia Parsons. Also 0 for 1 on the day. She had a sacrifice bunt earlier. Next 0-2 offering. Giles into her motion. Outside, 1-2. Well, there's no better time to try and expand the strike zone than with 2 strikes, especially if you have 3 other pitches you can work with. And now the 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Lower Columbia is down to their last out. So the Red Devils' hopes of the A bracket advancement rests on the shoulders of Sophia Parsons. On deck is Cammie Gray for LCC. Giles looking for a complete game shutout. Pitch on the way. Called strike on the outside corner, 0-1. And one last check around the league here. Skagit Valley trying to mount a comeback. They now trail 7-2 to Bellevue as the 0-1 pitch misses inside. Meanwhile, Centralia still fighting. 13-6 the score between the Cougars and Trailblazers. The 1-1 on the way. It's a swing and a high pop-up foul that will drift to the right, and nobody will get to it. So the Devils down to their last strike. And LCC won this matchup twice during the regular season. And now it looks like the tables may have turned here in Spokane. The 1-2 pitch on the way, outside, 2-2. Deuces are wild here in the home half of the 7th. Lower Columbia still down to their last strike. Douglas and Spokane approximately a half hour after this game's over. And the 2-2. Hang the K backwards. Strike 3 call. Got her looking. And a fitting end to this contest as Giles was absolutely dominant. Final score of 1-0. Walla Walla advances. Lower Columbia will drop down to the B bracket. So we got another game for you in about a half hour, but until then, from all of us here at the NWAC, I am Wes Tucker. We'll see you in a little bit.
It begins with the ball. You see, a ball is not just leather and rubber. A ball is the seed that communities grow around. We're talking split-second moments that become indelible memories. It creates lifelong friendships. It's a reason for people to celebrate. A ball isn't just a ball. It's a life lesson. It's a tool you use to pursue your best. It's how you earn your greatest victories. How you learn to deal with failure. It's a test that you pass. It's a dream that you catch. It's a future you hold in your hands. It's not just a ball. Bottom, the official ball of you.
Fans, don't forget to check out the official tournament merchandise for t-shirts, sweatshirts, Under Armour gear, and more. Everything is fully customizable. Get your tournament gear today. Supplies are limited. Visit them online at nwacstore.com/NWAC. Be sure to follow the NWAC on Twitter and Facebook at NWAC Sports and on Instagram at NWAC Sports 1 for all the latest NWAC news. Also visit nwacsports.org for the most recent information on schedules, scores, stats, and more.